Alright, I'm going to start with some backstory in case you don't already know me. I'm an ex-porn addict, was addicted for several years. I've been off of porn completely for about 20 months now, so over a year and a half. And I know you probably can't see me that well, it's super dark out here, but anyway, we'll continue on. One of the most common questions I get asked is, when does it get easier? Or does it ever get easier? And I'll tell you, nowadays, I still get severely tempted. I get tempted more severely sometimes than I did at the beginning when I first quit pornography. And I know that's probably not the answer that people want to hear, and that might seem discouraging, but let me tell you why it isn't. I don't view these temptations and urges as a problem that needs to get out of my life. Pornography was the problem that needed to get out of my life. But these temptations, these urges, these are challenges that give me an opportunity to grow and get stronger. One of the better ways of putting it that I've heard is that it doesn't get easier, but you get stronger. And I think that that's absolutely true. But here's the thing. Does it get easier? Will it ever get easier? I don't want it to get easier. I hope that it's always difficult. I hope that it's always a fight, because the moment it becomes easy, you stop growing. The moment there's no effort required and you're just coasting, that is the moment when you stop getting stronger, when you stop building more discipline, when you stop learning to be more resolved and more committed and more faithful. All right? So don't be looking for the point in your streak, or whatever you want to call it, when you can finally just coast and you don't have to try anymore. Because for one thing, if you're like me, it's not coming. And for the other thing, if you actually want to grow, you're about getting better and stronger, then you won't want that day to ever come. And I know that when you're addicted, when you're like still deep into that stuff, you just want the urges to go away completely. And I'll tell you, you do get, it feels like breaks, or at least I have. I've gotten a lot of breaks where I do get to just relax for a little while, where the temptation does go away. And that's been the report of other guys who have been off for a significant amount of time. And that's fine. Even, working out and stuff, I'll go ahead and compare this to working out. If you ever reach a point in working out where you're not challenging yourself anymore, then you can't really expect to have a lot of growth. But even when you're training, it's still good to have rest days, or even every once in a while, say a whole rest week. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's actually beneficial. It's the same thing with this fight, with the fight against lust and pornography. Yes, it's good to have breaks, but I don't think you ever really want to stop training. So view this as an opportunity to get better and stronger, because otherwise you're going to keep hoping that one day you'll just get to stop trying, and one day you'll just be good enough that you don't have to make an effort anymore, that you don't have to be challenged anymore. That's not the way to look at it. And the only way you're going to stop being challenged is if you just stop trying and give in. So don't look for that. You're shooting for a false goal there if that's what you're going for. And I was in the same boat. I thought that one day this, after I get all this behind me, after I finish rebooting, as a lot of people call it, then it'll just be easy and I won't have to worry about it anymore. No. It didn't turn out to be like that, and I'm glad it didn't turn out to be like that. So, embrace the pain, embrace the discomfort of denying that gratification. Embrace the process of learning and growing and getting stronger and stronger. And embrace the fact that really at the end of the day, every temptation is an opportunity to win again and and again and again. I love winning. I'm sure everybody watching this, everybody who isn't watching this even, loves to win. That is what this is. Every temptation is an opportunity to win again and again and again. A lot of people view this as like, they view this in terms of, their streak as being a single unit. I say, take it one day at a time. Each individual day is day one. There's no streak. There's no, oh yeah, I quit for, 20 months or so, even though it's true, even though I have been off porn for 20 months. Even now, I take it one day at a time. Every single day for me is day one, because today is the only day that really exists. And each day, with each temptation, you have an opportunity to either win or lose. I prefer to win. So, let's do this thing. Let's keep winning. Let's win over and over and over and over again for the rest of our lives, okay? That's something to get excited about, not just reaching a point where you're just coasting, where you're just comfortable. No, that's I don't really know a word for it. It's weak, it's silly, it's conflict avoidant, I guess, if that's a phrase, if that's a word. Avoidant, I don't know. But it's very unambitious. I don't like it. And you shouldn't like it either. You shouldn't want to reach a point where you're just comfortable, where you just exist, where you just coast with no effort. The fight is where it's at, because the fight is where there's growth and where there's always getting better and better and better. So let's do it. Hope I got that point across. Hopefully you aren't discouraged. If you are discouraged by this, give it some time. Give it some time to sink in. Really wrap your brain around this and think it through. Take some time to figure this stuff out. Because if I heard this, 2 years ago, it might have been really discouraging to me. But it's all true. And when you really wrap your head around it, it is very encouraging. So give it a chance there and keep at it. Keep the work up. It's good work. It is good work. And it is so worth it. It sounds like, you're just setting yourself up for a lifetime of struggle. This is one of the best decisions I've ever made in my entire life. Hands down. No question about it. So I definitely recommend this to you as a decision. Getting this pornography out of your life. Accepting this burden to carry so that you can grow stronger and live a better and better life than maybe you even thought was possible. I would never have imagined myself being like I am today 2 years ago before I quit for good. So, get with it, stick with it. There's an accountability group that you may want to plug into that I recommend. Hey, I'm in the accountability group. Obviously, I recommend it, or else I wouldn't be in it. But there's a link to that in the description. Brother Schramm set that up for us. Very kind of him. There's a bunch of people in there. You can just about always find somebody to talk to if you're going through stuff. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe to this channel. Check out my other videos, because I talk a whole lot more about the actual process of how to quit porn, ways to think about it, lessons I've learned, more than just what I've gone over here. I'll link a few videos in the description that you can check out, but there's over 100 more on the channel, so have a look at those. Gonna have a couple talks coming up with Koth Eli, hopefully very soon here. I know I keep hinting at that and talking about it, but I really am set on getting this done soon, so look forward to those. That's it for now. Y'all have a lovely day. I'll talk to y'all later. God bless you guys. Take it easy, but not too easy. And stop watching porn.